What's happening, party people? Welcome back to another episode of the Blessings and Buckets series. Happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours. I know I'm a day late and $1 short, but listen, this video, again, set a montage of highlights, but this, I think, is a conversation you're going to benefit from so greatly. Stick around to the end. You don't want to miss a beat of it. All right, I got a question for you. If there was one question that you felt if you had the answer to, it would unlock a lot of things in your life. A lot of clarity, a lot of understanding, direction, anything. What would it be?
Probably be, what can I get most out of today? That sets the precedence for your future, knowing that you can't worry about it too much, and it worries about what you control today. Yesterday is gone. It really doesn't exist no more.
Right.
The only thing you have control over is what you can do right now.
Yeah.
And have the mindset of what can I do whenever something comes. But you can't worry about that until it happens.
So what can you get the most out of today?
One step at a time. You wake up.
Yeah.
You get your breakfast. You get your errands. You go do whatever you need to go do.
Yeah.
And for me, I go hoop. So it's making sure I go hoop, making sure I stay in shape, and do little things like that.
Yeah.
And if I need to go to work, If I need to pay bills, whatever you can do for that day.
Okay.
Conquer that day.
Yeah. So not worrying about tomorrow, not worrying about what's ahead, only taking care of what's in front of you, right?
That's all you can see.
Yeah. So one of those. So has that benefited you from less anxiety, less worry, less fear? Do you notice any of that?
I noticed my anxiety went completely down. I don't have to worry about it so much. I don't have to think about it so much. I'm only worried about what's going on right now.
Okay. Yeah. One of those. Yeah, I'm reminded. I actually like a lot of that, man. I'm reminded of a specific writing and verse. Jesus talking about not worrying about tomorrow, right? What you eat, what you drink, what you wear, for your Father knows what you have need of, things of that sort. And I think oftentimes we choose to have anxiety because we choose to worry about a lot of things that have yet to happen.
Right.
And instead of we kind of choose to worry about things that haven't happened yet, instead of being grateful for where we currently are, even if it's not much, because gratitude goes a long way. Definitely changes your perspective and viewpoint of it. But I'm reminded of that, so I thought that was really, really solid what you shared there. So would that be a number one advice thing you would give to somebody dealing with anxious thoughts, anxious worries? Yeah.
With sugar on top. Pretty please.
Okay, so in days and moments where things that are in front of you seem to slip through your hands and not go as planned, how do you adjust?
Basically, you got to come to understand that just because something is going on right now doesn't mean that it's going to last. Even temporary emotions are temporary. A bad day doesn't have to turn into a bad week. So once you get through the bad terminal days and what's going on, you put that away and you go through the next day and you say, what can I do better? Which goes to the other thing. What can I do today?
Right.
That sparks another question. What can I do today better than what I did yesterday?
Yeah.
So now you understand that you went through something. How do I go through it in case it comes again?
So it's kind of like learning from an experience you necessarily weren't prepared for. Now that it's happened, you're ready for it the next time it happens.
Exactly.
Oh. I'm gonna ask this, man, because I feel like that leads into a lot of foundational space, man. Like, there's something that you believe in that encourages that kind of maybe not even just encourage it, but just gives room for that to be a part of your life. So what do you believe in?
I believe God will get you through anything in the worst of time.
Wow.
As long as that's in the back of your mind,
Yeah.
time doesn't stop. Your day's not gonna stop just because something's going on.
True.
God's gonna get you through it, and He's gonna make sure that you understand what it is to fix for the next time. Or something different happens, you're gonna understand. Oh, I'm going through something. Let's try to do X, Y, and Z. So either make myself feel better or get through the little turmoil that's coming up.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing that I keep in mind.
Yeah. Is there an experience you had where that became a realization for you in your own life?
Yeah, so sometimes as men we worry about finances. That's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
So coming out of the military, I wasn't sure like how I was gonna be making money. If I go to school, how would I live?
Yeah.
So I had about a month gap, just wasn't sure. And I came to school, and even the school was like, hey, there are resources now that you are available to go use. So I was behind on bills, behind on money. And just struggling to like mentally keep myself, trying to go. Well, resources helped me a lot. And they got me to the point where they understood, hey, today we can handle this problem, and tomorrow or next week we can handle this problem. And now, whenever I start to understand, maybe if I'm starting to get low on money, I think about, hey, what can I do to restructure my finances? Stop going out so much, or be at home for a minute, anything like that. Now I understand it. It's like, okay, let's get through this period, or let's go work more so we have more money for a long period. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest things. That was last year.
Wow. So just in a year's time, a lot of understanding, clarity, being in a different headspace, anxieties are lowered, worries are lowered, all because of that experience. So would you say that some things we really desire to kind of get away from and separate ourselves from, like suffering, like hardship, like a lot of pains that we may endure that oftentimes are temporary, but it builds a lot of worry. So would you suggest to people that instead of running from them, we should embrace them because there's something to learn in it?
It's easier said than done, but if you understand to accept that not everything's going to go your way, that makes handling everything so much easier because you're not worried about handling it. You're like, okay, what's the problem? What can I do? Instead of asking somebody questions, now you're coming up with more solutions and questions.
Okay. When I hear the term, when I hear the name God, right? There's a lot of things that come to mind. Not for me personally, but I know people that are all over social media, and they use the term God to define a lot of things that may not necessarily be God.
Yeah.
So when you say God, what do you mean?
When I say that God has everything in control, that means that either He knows something that I don't that's going to happen, So he's already got that solution in the works, and I don't know it.
But you're trusting him for
I
it.
trust that that's going to happen, or
Yeah.
I'll understand it anyway.
Yeah. So he's a being. He's an actual person. And would you say, well, I guess, is he the creator, ultimate creator?
I feel like he's
The creator. Yeah. Creator of all things.
So if he creates us, we create everything. That all runs from him. So if he gives us knowledge to how to build a gym,
Yeah.
that's more understanding than just putting a roof over a foundation of a wall. We understand other things more than just the regular foundations of building something.
Yeah. So it's kind of like so you're getting at like an intelligent design. So it's proof there is an intelligent design just because of how us humans operate.
Exactly.
Right?
There's different
Like,
levels of intelligence.
and he's the highest.
He's the
and he's the greatest. Right. I get you.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
And so, would you correlate that to, the person of Jesus?
I feel like it does.
You feel like it does?
If Jesus wasn't on this earth to make everybody be like him. He was on this earth to spread the love of God. To make people believe that there is a God. He's just in the form of a human being.
Yeah.
People misunderstand him.
Yeah, I agree.
He wants everybody to be like God. He loves you. No matter if you're different, no matter if you sin differently.
Yeah.
You love and respect that person for who they are as a person.
So why do you think people misunderstand that?
Because they believe that God and Jesus are really two different things, when really they're not.
Same person.
They're the same person. Jesus was just here as a representation in human form. Because they're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. So it's so interesting. I love you bring that up, man, because even when you read through the Bible, man, it's prevalent. It's everywhere. It's there, Old Testament and New. I think one of the biggest things that a lot of people miss, and even myself, I'm growing and learning in, and I'm loving, is the understanding that he came to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth.
Yeah.
We don't really know what a kingdom is because we live in a democracy. We get to choose everything, but a kingdom that has a king, a country, a land with laws, citizens. You think of, citizenship. You think of principles, philosophies, all of these things, man, that because of who Jesus is and how he came to this world and in his ministry, it's beautiful because he really calls us not to be influenced by culture, but to influence culture by living under the principles of God that has always worked and will always be more benefiting than what we could do ourselves. And so I think when we try to box God into a space of religion, I think that's where we easily miss him a lot of ways, because we start seeing rules and what to do and what not to do, instead of really seeing things in a manner of, wow, so there's a principle and philosophy that's actually greater than mine, that's way more benefiting than mine could ever be. And I love that. I really love that thought. And I believe that's what Jesus came to do, man. He came to reveal the kingdom, and his death on the cross was a means for us to have access to this kingdom and to live it with him, in him, through him, and be living examples of that. So I love that. I love that. Do you share these kind of things with people, or these kind of questions that you hear from other people?
There's sometimes questions I hear from people.
Yeah.
But I think differently than religion.
Okay.
I'm more spiritual and faithful through God. Like, yeah, going to church is great. I don't go against it. But it's more about your actions and what you're doing as a person, more than just devoting one simple afternoon or morning to
so your life, how you live.
You got to do it 6 more days out of the week.
Yeah, it's got to be a lifestyle.
Exactly.
That's you a lot of questions, so here's my last one.
All right.
If it were impossible for you to fail, what would you do?
Keep going no matter what.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you, my G.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, I
I appreciate y'all for sticking to the end with your boy. I hope you got a lot from the conversation. Maybe some clarity, maybe you were challenged, whatever it could have been. I just appreciate you so much for kicking it. If you're new, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when your boy is posting, when new uploads, new shares, new thoughts are coming your way. And as always, until next time, be easy and be breezy. Peace.